Hey, brother, I see you agree with everything else except the homosexuality.
No, it was just funny how black folks seem to fall on Christianity when it was the same religion that was used to enslave your black boomba top. So why don't you go back and look at Birth of a Nation and see what Christianity was really used for when it came to the black people.
I like that.
Right. Guess what?
Know your history.
But guess what?
Know your history, because if you don't know where you come from, then you'll never move anywhere.
Right, right. Guess what? Guess what? We're not Christians.
Right.
And we don't believe in Christianity.
Right.
And guess what? Guess what? They didn't use this Bible to destroy you.
What?
Right. So what are you talking about? They use it in slavery. They use your ignorance in slavery.
That's right.
They use your self-hate in slavery. Okay, watch this. Watch this. Let me show you our history.
Homosexuality, you preached hate.
Get Romans 15 and 4.
Bring it out.
What we bringing out and what we are saying today is nothing new. It's nothing new. It'll probably be new to y'all because y'all lack the understanding of the word. But it's not new when we understand this Bible. That's why we meditate on it day and night.
That's right.
That's why we do this, because that's how we defend ourselves against wickedness and evil. You understand? Read.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 15, verse 4. For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, that we, through patience and comfort of the scriptures, might have hope.
What are some of the things that we have to have patience with? We have to have patience that the Most High didn't do away with his people. In slavery, in captivity, in the ghettos and the slums. Us lost, not knowing who we are, our nationality. Us destroyed as a people. We have to have patience in the Most High word that he's not going to leave us stranded as a people.
Right.
You understand? Because everybody say he's a just God. So then what do God feel about these people right here? Nobody asked that tough question. But what they do, they be politically correct. And they say God loves everybody. But not understanding that these people right here went through the worst captivity on the face of the earth. So how do God feel about these people? Who are these people? That's what we out here. That's what our job is, to come out and teach our people. Read it again.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 15 and verse 4. For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning.
So what are some of the things that was written before time for our learning? Go to Jeremiah chapter 2, verse 11. Let's go research. Let's go see how God feel about slavery. And how the Israelites at that time, at foretime, come out of slavery. What did they do? What does it consist of? How does God operate? We don't understand the true God. It's been a long time you've been without the living God. Now it's us to bring the children's heart back to the Father. Because you've been lost for so long. You've been orphans. You understand? We've been orphans for so long. So now let's bring the understanding of who God is, what this Bible is about. Read.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 2 and verse 11.
14. Right there, you're right.
Verse 14. Is Israel a servant? Is he a homeborn slave? Why is he spoiled?
So the Most High through Jeremiah asking the nation of Israel, is y'all a homeborn slave? Why you always spoiled? Spoiled is why you always been taken advantage of. What other nations gunning you down in the streets? Why you always giving your authority and leading to another people? Why you can't give your leading to your own people? Why you can't love your own people? Why you can't call him the Most High God? Instead of calling the Most High God, who we call? We call the so-called white man. He feed our children, he feed our wives, and it's nothing but confusion. If you don't believe so, let's listen to this. Get Lamentations 4:17.
Break it up.
We're going to show you the mindset of our people. The mindset. We are not good. We're not in a better place. We're more destroyed than back then. Because back then, at least, we knew who our enemy was. Now we are confused. Now we think each other is the enemy. Read.
This is the book of Lamentations, chapter 4 and verse 17. As for us, our eyes has yet failed for our vain help.
our eyes has failed for our vain help. The same people who did this to you is the same people you going for help. That's like running from Jason and running to Freddy Krueger and say, give me help. It doesn't make sense. They are the ones that was the ones, the killers, the monsters, the ones that terrorize our people. But these are the people that we're going to ask for help. Why? Because the men don't want to stand up. They want to act like the problem don't exist. The first way you can overcome anything is acknowledging the problem. And we're not acknowledging the problem. But how do we hide ourselves? Through our jobs, through our education, through our where we live. That's how we hide behind our problems. But no, the men of God, the true Israelites, the prophets are waking up to teach our people who they are. Their nationality. Not depending on so-called white men. We're not out here to do that. We're out here to show the great and the good in you. Because the Most High chose you above all the other nations to give you his laws, to enforce them on the face of earth. That's right. But guess what? You forsake that and give it to a heathen. You give it to a base people. But guess what? The Most High said, for your vain help, vain, the lies, unprofitable, it's not going to help you. Go ahead.
In our watching, we have watched for a nation that could not save us.
We still watching. What we watching at? In the ghettos? What we watching at? Through the yellow tape while kids getting gunned down?
Right.
What we watching at? We gotta stop waiting. We gotta say now. No, we ain't waiting for tomorrow.
That's right.
We ain't waiting for next year. We're not waiting for next week. We're starting right here, right now.
Bring it out.
But guess what? We are waiting. We ignoring the problem because we don't want to be men. We putting our women in front of us and letting them run their mouth, but when we as men is shutting up and just letting them do the work. But no, we have to raise up real men. And now sisters don't have to jump to the forefront no more because real men are here now. They don't have to put on that road as a man. They don't have to put pants on, cargo pants and BDUs and boots. They don't have to do that no more because real men are stepping up and on the forefront and ready to put the work in.
That's right.
So now we're not telling our sisters we hate them. We're telling our sisters to fall back and get in your rightful position.
Right.
That's what we're telling our sisters, to fall back and claim your rightful position. What they supposed to do is, matter of fact, get Titus. Titus 2. What the women supposed to do? Because right now we are teaching order, law, and structure. There's something that's been plaguing our community. We've been lawless. That's what's wrong with our people. No order, no structure, no instruction at all. But now the Most High is raising true men of the Most High is raising us up to give law and order back to our people. That's where the life going to come in. That's where the breath will come back into these valley bones. You understand? Read.
This is the book of Titus, chapter 2.
2.
The book of Titus, chapter 2, in verse 2. That the aged men be sober.
3.
The aged women likewise, that they be in behavior as becometh holiness, but not false accusers.
We ain't trying to raise up no sisters. The Most High is not looking for sisters that's out of order, that's causing confusion, false accusers, backbiting, and destroying their own nation, hating their own people. The Most High is not looking for that. He said he's waking up holy sisters, aged women. Those sisters know the importance of this walk, understanding what God is about. You understand? That's what our brother was going on saying. He was making a statement that we have sisters back at the school. Why it's called a school? Why we say back at the school? Because it's a learning institution.
That's right.
Because we have to be taught all over again. We've been taught to hate each other. Our women are out of order. Our men are out of order. Our children are out of order. So now, through the grace of God, now it's time to put everything back in order. Only through the grace of God. That's what grace is. That's what mercy is. You understand? It's those who keeping the commandments and an opportunity to repent, because all of us are supposed to be dead.
That's right.
Because if you was in a Christian church and you worship a cross, that's idolatry.
Right. That's right.
In idolatry, you're supposed to be put to death.
Right.
We commit adultery. That means you get married, husband and wife, and you cheat on your wife. with another man's wife, that's an adultery. And you're supposed to be put to death.
Right.
You understand? Homosexuality. Back then, you would be put to death. That's why I say, only through the mercy of God why we are not consumed. Because honestly, we're supposed to be put to death. We murder, we killing, we selling drugs to each other. We're supposed to be put to death. Hey brother, I see you agree with everything else except the homosexuality.
No, it was just funny how black folks think to follow Christianity when it was the same religion that was used to enslave your black boombox. So why don't you go back and look at Birth of a Nation and see what Christianity was really used for when it came to the black people.
I like that.
Right. Guess what?
Know your history.
But guess what?
Know your history, because if you don't know where you come from, then you'll never move anywhere.
Right. Guess what? We're not Christians.
Right.
And we don't believe in Christianity.
Right.
And guess what? They didn't use this Bible to destroy you.
What?
Right. So what are you talking about? They use it in slavery. They use your ignorance in slavery.
That's right.
They use your self-hate in slavery. Okay, watch this. Let me show you our history.
Homosexuality, you preached hate.
Huh?
Right then and there, when you said something about homosexuality, you was preaching hate.
So the Bible don't preach against homosexuality?
The Bible preaches about a lot of things. But
Are we not talking about a lot of things?
No sin is greater than the other one.
Are we not talking about a lot of things?
Okay.
Did we not say murder? Did we not say murder? What's your name?
Serenity.
What's your born name? What's your birth certificate?
Serenity.
When you was born?
What year I was born?
I say on your birth certificate when you was born. Now when you have a name change, but on your birth certificate when you was born.
Serenity on my birth certificate.
You say what?
My name was Serenity on my birth certificate.
Okay. I understand. So let's go to, so basically you're saying homosexuality is not in the Bible.
No, well, do you go to Leviticus?
Huh?
Do you go to Leviticus?
Can I ask you a question?
Do you know that it's a sin to even lay in the house when your woman is on her period?
Yes.
Do you know it's even supposed to be in the same house with her? But y'all do it anyway.
But you don't understand. You don't understand. Give Hebrews 9 and 9. Give Hebrews 9 and 9. I'm gonna show what that's talking about. Can I bring it out? Can I bring the understanding out that you fail to understand? Don't try to use them to cover up your sin. Don't try to use them to justify your sin. So, if another brother is doing that, do that make what you're doing right? Do that make what you're doing is right? Do you have a period?
What?
Do you have a period?
What does that got to do with me being a human
But I'm
being?
saying, do you not a
What
woman?
does a period have to do with
Do you have an Adam
being a
apple?
human being?
Do you have an Adam
What
apple?
does a period do?
Do you have a period?
What women have Adam's apple.
Do you have a period?
What are you getting at?
Do you have a period?
What is a period?
Can you carry a baby for 9 months? That's what, you know what God called that? God called that confusion. God called that confusion. Read.
This is the book of Hebrews, chapter 9, verse 9, which was a figure for the time.
Matter of fact, go to 1.
Verse 1. Then verily the first covenant had also ordinances of divine service and a worldly sanctuary. For there was a tabernacle made, the first, wherein was the candlestick, and the table, and the shewbread, which is called the sanctuary.
So he's going into the laws that pertain into the temple. Because what we was doing as people, we was being wicked as hell. We was finding scapegoats on how to break God's commandments. So he's going into the audience, the ordinance about the temple, which the brother was going into for as if a woman was on her mistress, she had to sleep in a separate location.
Right.
You understand? But guess what? That's why the grace and the mercy, that's why Christ came to give us that grace and mercy. You know why? Because a sister could be on that period and you see what she's in the bus and you unclean.
Right. That's right.
So what is he talking about? That's where the mercy of Christ came in. Go ahead. Jump down to 11.
Verse 11. But Christ, being come an high priest of good things to come, by a greater and more perfect tabernacle, not made with hands, that is to say, not of this building.
Right. So the things that Christ is talking about was the laws and the ordinance that we kept in the temple. So Christ is a temple that's made without hand. He's made through God made him. You understand? Just like God made you. You are the temple. You are the Holy Spirit dwells in now. And that's what Christ was trying to show them and tell them. You understand? Because now you got to have a pure mind, a pure understanding. Because back then, if you had enough goats where you can go commit adultery, you said, I have enough goats. I can go commit adultery and I have enough goats to pay for the sin. That's why Christ said now he created a new thing, a good conscience. If a man look at a woman, guess what he do? He commit adultery in his mind.
That's right.
Because the thing is, the Most High don't want you to do it for conscience. He wants you to do it for conscience sake, not just say I'm gonna be punished. Matter of fact, go to Romans 13. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Because only time our people respect something if something happened to them. They fear. But the Most High wants you to love him, but also understand that he's a terrible God at the same time. You understand? Just like your father, just like your earthly father. He's loving, but when you do bad in school, you disrespect your mother, you beating up your brother, then guess what? He become a terrible father. Right. But we reverence our earthly father, and then what we do? We turn our back on the Most High God. Where we at? Give me... Start at 4.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 13 and verse 4. For he is the minister of good. But if thou do that which is evil, be afraid. For he beareth not the sword in vain. For he is the minister of God, a revenger to execute wrath upon him that doeth evil. Wherefore ye must needs be subject, not only for wrath, but also for conscience sake.
So the Bible said, don't only keep God's laws just to fear because you're going to get death, but understanding the importance of keeping God's commandments. It's going to build a nation. It's going to create family. It's going to stop jealousy. It's going to stop envy. It's going to stop us killing each other. That's why you should do it for conscience sake. Understand the importance that why the laws was given to us. For a good thing. The laws wasn't given to us to be a hindrance to us. You understand?
Shalom, Israel. I'm Elder Nathaniel of Israel United in Christ. YouTube likes to shut our channels down, as some of you have noticed, ever so often. Subscribing to join IUIC will assure you will always stay connected to our YouTube accounts. We want to do our best to make sure this truth gets out. Please click and join our subscriber YouTube channel called Join IUIC to stay linked to all of our videos. So again, please make sure you subscribe to this Join IUIC channel to get your latest updates from all our YouTube channels. Shalom.